A new tradition is born in 2013. From now on, Sunday will be the designated day for the Scottish Cup final, but old traditions die hard, and two of the country's best supported clubs are about to go toe-to-toe in the Hampden sunshine. It's Hibernian versus Celtic. Hibs, who have lost their last 9 Scottish Cup finals. Celtic, who have prevailed in their last 4 cup deciders and are gunning for a 15th league and cup double. A fascinating, perhaps explosive confrontation about to unfold. Hibs supporters wondering, praying that the 111-year cup jinx will come to an end today. 1902, the last time they lifted the trophy, and that year Celtic were put to the sword. Celtic SPL champions for the 2nd year running want to end the season on a high, knowing full well that the summer break will be a short one. Champions League qualifying to commence for the Hoops in just over 7 weeks. Hibs assured of Europa League football by virtue of their ascent to the final. We shouldn't forget that Hibernian were the first British club to enter European competition back in 1955. Hibernian must go into battle without club captain James McPake. He's been taking pain-killing injections to help him get over a back injury, but the former Coventry man misses his 4th game on the trot. Ben Williams will be the skipper. 19-year-old Jordan Forster, who made his first-team debut in the recent Edinburgh derby, plays from the outset. Alan Maybury keeps his place with Tim Clancy still out injured. The star man is Lee Griffiths, a footballer of genuine quality and scorer of 28 goals in 41 competitive matches this season. Celtic had question marks hovering over the fitness of Charlie Mulgrew and James Forrest. Both have been given the all-clear to start. Mulgrew comes in for Efe Ambrose, who drops to the bench. Kelvin Wilson makes his 50th appearance of the season. Scott Brown missed 14 games until recently through injury, but is fit again and captains the side. Anthony Stokes, who netted the winner in the topsy-turvy semi-final win against Dundee United, partners Gary Hooper in attack. On the bench for Hibs, Ross Caldwell, who scored the winner against Hearts 2 weeks ago today. Celtic's promising Australian midfield man Tom Rogic will hope to be involved at some stage. Pat Fenlon, by his own admission, the Hibs boss has attended more than a few cup finals as a follower of Celtic. Today he wants to see the Hoops defeated. First time refereeing a Scottish Cup final for Willie Collum. First time 6 officials will be on duty. Now we're just about ready to go on this perfect afternoon for football. Hibernian in the 13th Scottish Cup final. Will it be a lucky 13th appearance for the team wearing green? Celtic in their 55th. The Parkhead club are the most successful team in the history of this competition, having been crowned Cup Kings of Scotland on 35 occasions. Alan Maybury was in position to take the throw. Hibs attacking the goals, who are right in this first half. Hibs were here a year ago, found themselves on the wrong end of a 5-1 thrashing, handed out by their capital rivals, Heart of Midlothian. Ryan McGivern occupying the left-back position, on loan from Manchester City. Now his City contract is about to end. Lee Griffiths, the key man for Hibernian, whatever way you slice it. Charlie Mulgrew with his weaker foot. There is Griffiths, so unpredictable. And he can be lethal. You never quite know what you're going to get. That's part of the charm of watching Griffiths in action. Still only 22. He's waited for the ball to drop. Lee Griffiths, winner of 2 of the 3 individual awards handed out in Scottish football this season. Well, hello, Neil Lennon. A little bit late to the party. Charlie Mulgrew for Celtic. Wearing the change strips today. Commons was trying to spin and turn. Scott Brown just came through the youth ranks at Hibernian. It's going to have to come back. It'll be Chris Commons to take it. Announced this week that doesn't want to play for Scotland anymore. Saying goodbye to international football at the age of 29. Here's Brown, and right on top of him, Jorge Claros, the Honduran. And the precocious Alex Harris. Good read by Brown. And Claros can expect to see a fair bit of the combative Scott Brown. Are we in for a thunderous, uplifting Scottish Cup final? Fenlon took a long time to get over the disappointment of last year here at Hampden. Hibs have been much harder to beat this term. Mulgrew with that raking pass from the back. Ben Williams has the armband today for Hibernian, with James McPake absent. Paul Hanlon, one of 5 Edinburgh-born players in the starting 11 for Hibs. Lee Griffiths, another one. Calvin Wilson heading tightly onto his man. There's so much buzz about Griffiths. He's in the Scotland squad for the forthcoming match against Croatia. First corner of this final. And it will be young Harris to take it. Forster also a teenager in the thick of things. Mulgrew with a header away. And it's not a bad effort. It came settling in, Tom Taiwo for Hibernian. Just tried to line it up, one touch, and then the shot from the former Chelsea trainee. It's a bright start by Hibernian. Taiwo joined Hibs in September after his contract at Carlisle United had expired. And Commons for Anthony Stokes, former Hibs player Stokes. Hanlon was there to solve the problem. No luck for Joe Ledley. Taiwo was making sure of that. Ryan McGivern. Emilio Izagirre. Was the defender getting caught. Played in by Harris. Away by Ledley. Commons looking to judge the bounce of the ball. Slight misread. Five minutes gone at Hampden Park. One was made by Owen Doyle. That's quite what Doyle had in mind. Griffiths dragging Mikael Lustig over there. It's his 8th consecutive start. McGivern does the honours for Hibernian. Griffiths. He was demanding the ball. Lee Griffiths. What a fine pass it was. Taiwo. McGivern and Owen Doyle. Fraser Forster to the rescue for Celtic. And it's an excellent beginning by Hibs. Fraser Forster answers the call. Taiwo in the advanced position, fired over by McGivern, and the bullet header from Doyle. Quick thinking from Forster. And Doyle knows a thing or two about cup final success. His time with Sligo Rovers in the Republic of Ireland. Winners 2 years running, 2010, 2011. Now Harris, trying to run onto it. That's terrific pace, Alex Harris. We hope to give Emilio Izaguirre plenty to think about. Claros, fellow countryman of Izaguirre. Jorge Claros, the man they call the pit bull in Honduras. He was in there fighting it out with Stokes. Scott Brown. James Forrest hasn't been able to get going. Those have come flying out of the traps. And Brown's pass. Lustig, first time ball. With Maybury. Now Stokes. Oh, tantalising one. Gary Hooper. That's what he does. The first Celtic threat in this Scottish Cup final. And the Hoops take the lead. Simple in its execution. Alan Maybury with a clearance that he won't be tremendously proud of. And Anthony Stokes managed to pick out Gary Hooper. Ben Williams in no man's land. It's sloppy from the Hibs point of view, but clinical from Celtic. And Hooper makes it 30 goals for the season. Will he be a Celtic player next term? It's a big question. But in the here and now, he has put Celtic in front. And the Hibs players will be scratching their heads, as they have been the more compelling side in the early going. Gary Hooper's 11th match against Hibernian. That's his 7th goal against the team from Leith. Here's Maybury. Oh, and Doyle was never going to get there. Hooper on target. Hasn't been in the best of form in recent weeks. It was a tight angle. As Anthony Stokes fed it in. And Hooper having to take it on the volley. Well, there's proficiency for you. Neil Lennon approves. 1-0 to Celtic. Emilio Izaguirre. Hooper trying to link up the play. Forrest. Injury-plagued season for James Forrest. Similar story for Scott Brown. Now Hooper and Ledley. And Williams there for Hibernian. Stokes and Hooper in deeper positions. Ledley and Collins making the forward runs. Joe Ledley, the Welsh international. The challenge was a bit ungainly from Tom Taiwo. Charlie Mulgrew. What a left foot he has. That's the evidence. Stokes trying to push it into the stride of Hooper. Away by Paul Hanlon. Griffiths. And Doyle, Mulgrew. Willie Collum decides to let the play flow. Brown. Kevin Thompson over there doing the fouling. Kevin Thompson in his second spell with Hibernian. His contract with Middlesbrough terminated by mutual consent back in February. Brown's pass, wonderful play. Lustig and Williams acrobatically. Paul Williams, the 30-year-old Mancunian, is on the books of Manchester United as a youngster. Fraser Forster at the other end. An important save from Forster in the early going to thwart Owen Doyle. Celtic are in front, thanks to a goal from Gary Hooper. Hooper. Stokes. He has a go. Came off his own player, James Forrest. Jorge Claros. The battle of number 8. Won by Scott Brown. Gary Hooper's 8th-minute goal, the fastest goal in a Scottish Cup final since Colin Cameron's 2nd-minute penalty for Hearts against Rangers in 1998. Izagirre, as Celtic tried to play a bit of keep ball. Through all the way back to Forster. It's his 3rd season with Celtic, Fraser Forster. First 2 seasons were on loan from Newcastle United. Well, Celtic signed him outright. Charlie Mulgrew preferred to F.A. Ambrose. Scott Brown. Lustig. An extended one on the side for Lustig, what with Adam Matthews having had his injury problems. And Scott Brown, always an important figure. His 3rd successive start, missed 14 games in all because of the abductor injury.
Too high, too early. Yeah, but don't go too high.
Neil Lennon's team with the lead. Neil Lennon in his 4th domestic final as Celtic boss. He was able to do his job from the technical area. That was in doubt until a few days ago.
Let's go.
Taiwo. Griffiths together with Mulgrew. Here's Taiwo. Slipping it to McGibbon. Doyle wasn't the best of touches. Scott Brown for Celtic. Thompson. Izagirre towards Commons. Jordan Forster, not convincingly. It's such a big day for the 19-year-old defender. Mulgrew missing out in the midfield area. Nothing wrong with the tactic. Stokes. He's not going to get away with that. Stokes together with Maybury. A battle of Irishmen. Celtics. After good work by Doyle. Nobody there to attack the ball for Hibs. It's away by Kelvin Wilson, who's been a model of consistency this season. His 50th appearance of the campaign. Maybury. Wilson again. Commons. Instant control from Chris Commons. The idea was to spring Anthony Stokes on the Hibs defence. Williams not all that sure-footed. Neil Lennon has made judicious use of his squad in recent weeks, even giving players on a staggered basis a week's holiday. It's all because we need to be ready for Champions League qualifying in the middle of July. Scott Brown and James Forrest trying to get there. Now McGivern all the way up to Griffiths. Mulgrew was staying with him. Kevin Thompson had looked to get forwards. Lee Griffiths is a player who really has been a joy to watch this season. As he belongs to Wolves, he doesn't particularly want to go back to his parent club. As things stand, it looks as though he might. He grew up in Leeds supporting Hibernian Football Club. Mulgrew, and it's Maybury covering. Williams has it. Paul Hanlon. Lovely play it was. Now Doyle. Second bite at it. Griffiths and slipped. And he's crossed with himself. Punching the ground in frustration. Otherwise it might have been on. Pat Fenlon and Hibernian doing it the hard way again in the Scottish Cup final. Pat Fenlon, the first manager to guide Hibs to back-to-back Scottish Cup final appearances since Alex Maley back in 1923 and 24. In 1902, the last time Hibs lifted the cup. They beat Celtic on that occasion. Under the stewardship Hibs then of an Irishman, Dan McMichael. Paul Hanlon. Jordan Forster. Hails from Tynecastle, heart of Midlothian territory. I was talking to him just the other week. He assured me that he didn't grow up supporting the Jambos. Brown continues his joust with Claros. Mulgrew, safety first. Back it goes to Fraser Forster. He's voted Celtic Player of the Year by the players themselves. What's going through the mind of Pat Fenlon? He's giving it a go early on, very attack-minded. Then the concession of a goal. Celtic's first significant journey forward. Gary Hooper on target. McGivern. Taiwo. An instinct to take the throw for Celtic. Wilson from the back. And Hooper. Very positive. Anthony Stokes. The defenders backpedaling. The goal kick is the outcome. He learned a lot in his time with Hibernian. First half of this season for Anthony Stokes with Celtic was a write-off because of injury. Hitting his stride. Wrong side of the post. Green is the colour here at Hampden today. There's two clubs, two proud Scottish clubs with Irish roots, Hibs and Celtic. Harris. Mulgrew leaving it for Wilson to deal with. Lennon doing lots of running around. He's trying to get his message across. He's never been the sort of manager to look on impassively. Thompson. Griffiths. Here's McGibbon, Northern Ireland international. Sent off here at Hampden. Ryan McGibbon playing for Northern Ireland against Scotland in a 0-0 draw back in 2008. Maybury. Griffiths likely to pop up just about anywhere. Taiwo looking to keep the ball moving. Claros. McGibbon. Griffiths. Taiwo trying to reach back and locate the ball. Commons, a tidy sort of tackle by Claros, and then a display of dissent, and Willie Collins not having it. And the referee saying his bit. It wasn't a thing of beauty, was it? A tackle from Claros. Got to mind your P's and Q's as well. Commons on the receiving end. Mulgrew spins into the arms of Ben Williams. Paul Hanlon. Here's Claros. Maybury, another statesman of this Hibs side. Griffiths. Taiwo, giving Hibs a bit of fire in the midfield area. Thompson. Owen Doyle sees the decision go against him. Owen Doyle, the man they used to call the Green Messi when he played for Sligo Rovers in the Republic of Ireland. I've seen a few Messi-esque moments from Lee Griffiths this season. Didn't get the Players Player of the Year award. Named top player in Scotland by the Football Writers. Also got the SPL Sponsors Award. Taiwo on Ledley. Oh, that's an interesting ball, and Ledley forces a stop from Williams. And the Hibs defenders can exhale. They weren't particularly well organised, nearly caught on the hop. Ledley getting into shooting range. Chris Commons on the left-hand side, weighing up his options. Ledley certainly wasn't offside. It all happened in a blink of an eye. It was a struggle for Hibs to get bodies back. James Forrest. Mikael Lustig, Swedish international. Only 5 appearances this first season with Celtic. It's a bit of a struggle for him to get match fit. He's looked the part this term. Brown. Ledley. Touch on was by Commons. Doyle will be leaving Hibs at the end of the season. Down for Chesterfield. Commons trying to get something started. This is the 6th Hibernian Celtic Scottish Cup final. In the previous 5, the team scoring first has always gone on to win. Neil Lennon's men with the advantage here. The column has called a halt to the proceedings. So one for Joe Ledley. That's what happened. Clash of heads. Taiwo and Ledley together. And restarted by means of the phenomenal drop ball. Pat Fenlon managed to win 4 cup competitions as a player. Successful 3 times as a manager in cups. McGibbon. Claros. Jordan Forster has benefited from loan spells at Berwick Rangers and East Fife. He's actually on the books of Celtic as a youngster, as a very young player. He's still on the youthful side. Ledley to Commons. Space again opening up for Stokes. And Hooper! It's happened again! That same combination. Anthony Stokes finding Gary Hooper. Devastating. Maybury is the player caught in no man's land. And Anthony Stokes knows a thing or two about where Gary Hooper will position himself. And that's why he's been linked with English clubs, Premier League clubs in England over the last couple of years. And it could be that he departs this summer. And he's made a gargantuan contribution already for Neil Lennon in this Scottish Cup final. Hooper for the Hoops. 2 goals to the good. I think it's been economical destruction from Celtic here. They've allowed Hibs to have the ball. Few early chances for Hibernian. Give Gary Hooper a sniff and he will punish you. Lustig. Well, Hibs know they need a goal and quickly. Inspiration required. And Lennon wants it to be a double. First time since the 2006-2007 season, when he was a player with the club. Gordon Strachan was the manager. Gary Hooper delivering for his boss today. Column intervenes. Owen Doyle was trying to make a bit of progress. He didn't feel he had done very much wrong. And down went Calvin Wilson right at the tail end of that. Pat Fenlon, Liam O'Brien, his right-hand man, searching for answers. Celtic supporters are doing the huddle, a distinctive celebration. Their backs turn to the action. There's Aguirre and Stokes. Down has gone Griffiths. Well, Drew carrying on. He's Aguirre. Maybury, standing guard. Fenlon and Hibbs so reliant on Lee Griffiths. There was a bit of an injury doubt prior to this cup final. Oh, he's not moving at all. Callum Ray, the physiotherapist, having a look. And you do wonder where Hibbs would have been without Griffiths this season. 28 goals in 41 matches. It doesn't come down to just the statistics either. He's carried the team on his young shoulders. Griffiths of the future, maybe. Here's a father now, Griffiths. On his own admission, he's got to take on added responsibility off the pitch. 10 minutes to go to half-time. Hibs 0, Celtic 2 in the Scottish Cup final. A pair of goals from Gary Hooper, both set up by Anthony Stokes. Bounces for Commons, trying to get it to dip and curl. $19 goals for Commons this season in all competitions. Only twice this season, I can tell you, have Celtic failed to win, having established a 2-0 lead. Happened against Dundee United at Tannadice in the SPL when they were pegged back, had to settle for a 2-2 draw. Also happened against Ross County in Dingwall more recently. 2-0 in front early on against the Staggies, lost that game 3-2. Late winner for County from Stefan Wolfart. Alex Harris. Celtic have won the last 4 Scottish Cup finals they've taken part in. So much talk about the Hampden hoodoo. And it is a fair point under Neil Lennon. This hasn't been Celtic's favourite venue. Kevin Thompson, ambitious ball. Griffiths, does he have the angle? Right across the face of goal. Nobody there to tap it home, but a scare for Celtic. And here's McGibbon. That has too much ferocity on it. Well, there's evidence that Griffiths can do damaging things on its own. Not much to aim at. Forster making sure that he dragged him wide. No takers for Hibs. Overhead of Stokes, Hooper now. No whistle from Willie Collum. For the first time in a Scottish Cup final we have officials behind the goals. Bobby Madden and John Beaton, the men in question. Hanlon. Rather played his way into a bit of trouble. Edinburgh-born Paul Hanlon. Like his central defensive partner Jordan Forster. Actually grew up in the Gorgie area of the capital, Tynecastle area. Out of Midlothian territory, went to Tynecastle High School, Paul Hanlon. Celtic trying to make sure that they keep the door firmly bolted. That'll be Wilson's free kick. Kevin Thompson is the player involved. Went off to play for Rangers. Kevin Thompson after leaving Hibs. Back with the club. He's on the books of Middlesbrough. Wilson. Mulgrew.
Easy, guys, easy.
So many players in this final, blessed with a terrific left foot. Mulgrew, the prime example. We've also got Griffiths. Izagirre. Commons. It's Chris Commons who whips it in. Danny Hooper was waiting inside the box. Out of play by Owen Doyle. And Lennon will be taking nothing for granted. But Celtic in a wonderful position in terms of the scoreline. It's not as though they've bombarded Hibs or anything like that. They're very efficient from the SPL champions. Throw was taken by Lustig. It'll be a Hibs throw this time. Taiwo. Scott Brown. And Willie Collum is having a quiet word with the Celtic captain. Scott Brown, who famously watched last season's Scottish Cup final with the Hibs supporters. Here's Maybury. He takes a deflection. Corner to Hibernian. Just caught. Came off Mulgrew last of all. Hanlon's up inside the 6-yard box. McGibbon waiting to attack the ball. It's taken by Griffiths. And Kevin Thompson following up. Good delivery it was. Forster managed to get his fist on the ball. David Thompson, not really known for his goal-scoring exploits. His last goal was as a Rangers player back in November of 2008. A 3-3 draw with Dundee United. This first half at Hampden ebbing away. Celtic leading 2-0, a pair of Gary Hooper goals. Thompson, McGivern, here's Doyle. Maybury. Claros. Aguirre was the defender who had control of the situation. Mulgrew. It's been a quiet performance so far from James Forrest. Celtic's 59th competitive match of what has been a gruelling season. And Hibs trying to prevent them from getting that double. Mulgrew up towards Stokes, discomfited Hanlon. Cooper was making the run. Jordan Forster had to match that run. Norwich City were interested in Gary Hooper in January. Forster lets it run back here to Williams. And the final minute of normal time in the first half. Mulgrew under contract with Celtic until 2016. Izaguirre did have a very busy month of June at international level for Honduras. 4 games scheduled. Maybe a similar story for Jorge Claros. There's Hooper. Good use of the ball. Forrest. Misunderstanding. It was overhit by Forrest. Formation of a minimum of 1 added minute. James Forrest with the trap. The idea was to play it to Chris Commons. Izaguirre. By Stokes. Izaguirre. Stokes again. Fenlon appealing. The ball had gone out.
Easy. Needs a pass,
Well, Maybury. And what is it about Hibs and cruel luck in the Scottish Cup? They started well, gave Celtic something to think about, but then there was Gary Hooper. His first goal set up by Anthony Stokes. Same combination for goal number 2. And Hibs have left themselves with much to do on this Sunday here in Glasgow. It's the Scottish Cup final, and at the interval at Hampden Park, it is Hibernian 0, Celtic 2. Dime substitutions, and it will be Hibernian to get things going in the second half, attacking the goal to our left. Lee Griffiths picked up a knock towards the end of the first half. None the worse for wear. Griffiths and Owen Doyle just hovering over the ball. We await the Whistle of Willie Collum, the man in the middle, his first Scottish Cup final. Away they go then. Hibernian have left themselves with plenty of digging to do. Alex Harris switched over to this left-hand side, trying to push it through the legs of Kelvin Wilson. Comes to Alan Maybury, speculative shot. He's an exciting young prospect, Alex Harris. His great-great-uncle Jimmy Dunn played in the 1923 and 1924 Cup finals for Hibs. They lost in back-to-back years. He's also one of the Wembley Wizards, member of the Scotland team that prevailed against England at Wembley by 5-1 in 1928. Charlie Mulgrew. Oh, what a ball that has ended up being. Commons. Hooper was doing his best to get there. Harris. Change of approach from Hibs. Harris no stranger to that position wide on the left. Claros for McGibbon. Harris voted away by Lustig. Thompson's pass. Claros. Seen more bite from the man they call the Pitbull this season in comparison with last. Taiwo. Thompson. Claros. And Mulgrew. Hasn't had any trouble at all. Going to get run through to Fraser Forster. Tallest player ever to play for Celtic. Forster trying for what would be his 22nd clean sheet of the season in all competitions. McGibbon. That's Lustig towering over Griffiths. Emilia Izagirre. Right into the centre of the Hibs defence. Jordan Forster chasing back. And Pat Fenlon has been able to deliver his half-time team talk. 2 wins out of 3 here at Hampden prior to this game for Fenlon. The one reverse coming in the Cup final 12 months ago. All Edinburgh affair. Balled out by Williams. Touch almost from Thompson. Scott Brown. Players getting a bit of vocal backing. Adverse circumstances for the High Bees. Charlie Mulgrew to take it. Gary Hooper, the obvious target. Commons. Forster, his head to the ball. Stokes. Stokes against Doyle. A little tug on the shirt perhaps from Doyle. Izagirre. And McGibbon away. Thompson. Doyle. Griffiths. Thompson. Here's Taiwo. The Sibs look for momentum early in the second half. Hibernian trying to wrest the Scottish Cup from the clutches of Celtic. The Parkhead club, the champions, in command. Celtic have gone about their business today with a minimum of fuss. Wilson with a direct ball that time to Commons. Hooper. And James Forrest trying to get goal side of Jordan Forster. Nothing wrong with the idea. Hooper looking to turn provider. James Forrest has had various injury setbacks. Commons, Stokes, good movement from Celtic. Stokes up against Maybury. Anthony Stokes! Well, he's been the architect up to this point. Almost the finisher. Just a fraction wide as he went in for the kill, Anthony Stokes. And a third Celtic goal, you just feel, would put this final beyond the reach of Hibernian. Already up against it. McGibbon. Lustig and Brown. Paul Hanlon. Down has gone Griffiths. Nothing there though. Wasn't a particularly convincing shout. A roar from the Hibernian supporters behind the goal. Hanlon. Paul Hanlon, product of Hutchison Vale. So many. Gone through the Edinburgh ranks. Forrest had a spring in his step. Stokes away on the volley by Jordan Forster. Only as far as Emilio Izagirre. To play it with his right foot, James Forrest. Little nick from Forster, and that was crucial. Now Taiwo. Mulgrew, tidily done. Wilson, his central defensive partner. Not the ideal pass from Kelvin Wilson. Thompson did well. Claros. Betwixt and between. Away by Izagirre. Stokes. Izagirre. Claros, who transgressed, and Scott Brown is letting Jorge Claros hear it. Willie Collum is going to call over the Honduran. And Scott Brown getting quite worked up about that. Kevin Thompson, who of course knows Scott Brown very well, is trying to be the peacemaker. He came through the youth ranks at Hibernian at the same time. Well, he's not somebody you want to mess with, Scott Brown. Just took exception to that from Claros. accusing finger. And Claros got the yellow card, and so did Scott Brown. For his retaliation. Claros saw the funny side of it, Brown didn't. Now James Forrest making the dash. Williams has it. As Mulgrew, how many times have we seen that today? Celtic going direct. Mulgrew capable of working it forward with terrific accuracy. And McGibbon thwarting Forrest. There's Aguirre keeping tabs on Taiwo. Looking for that injection of energy. Now, Griffiths up there with Calvin Wilson, away by Lustig. Absolutely nothing there. It's Brown against Taiwo. Wilson away. I must say Brown has been superb in midfield. He's bossed this game. Thompson's pass, Harris, and Griffiths was waiting to pounce. Calvin Wilson did just enough for Celtic. McGibbon, wing-killing possession away from Anthony Stokes. Wilson with the header. Hanlon, now Maybury. Ledley is the player covering. Hibs ball. And it breaks down for Hibernian. This was promising. Kevin Thompson saw that Harris had made the run. A little lapse by Wilson, but then recovered. Martin Cryans, the assistant referee, was trying to help out Willie Collum, the man in the middle. And the yellow card now does come out. Lee Griffiths having his name taken. And that's what Martin Cryans saw, just a couple of yards away from the incident. Rash by Griffiths. Don't think he can quibble. The boot of Claros. Cooper was trying to judge it. McGibbon with a header. Griffiths. He's the recipient of the free kick. Just applauding that decision by Willie Collum. Not to be advised. Getting sarcastic with officialdom. Kevin Thompson takes it. It's a well-drilled Celtic defence. Haven't really given Hibs much of a look in since the first few minutes of this Scottish Cup final. Lustig with a decisive header away. Hanlon for Hibs. Taiwo's challenge. James Forrest, a Celtic player who went down. Pat Fenlon and Hibs not giving up. Said before this final, above all else, he wanted the Hibs players to do themselves justice, because quite simply that didn't happen a year ago. And they were outplayed, outthought, outgunned by Heart of Midlothian. Scott Brown together with Taiwo. Away goes Izagirre. Stokes. And Maybury, 34. 22nd appearance of the season for Alan Maybury. He wouldn't have started this final had Tim Clancy been fit. Brown, Celtic's midfield fulcrum. An emotional leader on the pitch as well. The manager on the pitch. Izagirre's pass. Ben Williams, the master of the penalty save. Stopped 5 penalty kicks this season. And Brown has been everywhere. Gary Hooper together with Ryan McGibbon. Oh, what a flick from Hooper. Commons. Hanlon foiling him. Harris and Lustig. It's McGibbon once more. We had Hooper for company. Chris Commons not moving entirely freely. This is 100th appearance for Celtic. A noisy afternoon at Hampden. Celtic making most of the noise on the pitch. James Forrest wasn't picked up. Hanlon got in the way. Hooper! What a hat-trick, Gary Hooper. Scott Brown. Tremendous game intelligence. And then Forrest tried to pick out a Celtic teammate. It came back to Hooper. The last 10 Scottish Cup finals have all been won by the team finishing higher up the league table. Commons, that's offside. Joe Ledley, Welshman straying. Joe Ledley, who missed the 2011 Cup final triumph against Motherwell through injury. Just one short of the 10-goal mark this season, Ledley. 9 goals in this campaign, same as last season. Taiwo for Hibernian. Forster. Here is Hanlon. Gibbons pass. Lustig. And Stokes. Ledley. The challenge from Owen Doyle. And he was asking to get into hot water. The Irishman called over by Willie Collum. element of risk about that, whatever way you look at it. They call him one of the top referees here in Scotland. He's Aguirre. Ledley in the thick of things. Here's Aguirre once more. Comfortable for Williams. And it's had to be a free kick. He's been kept busy enough, Willie Collum. Doyle was rather fortunate not to be booked, just thinking back to the tackle of a minute or so ago. Go through with the strong header. Here's McGivern for Hibs. Aguirre using Ledley. And Doyle has it again. The Celtic players running out of patience. So Ledley certainly had something to say to Willie Collum. Claros. There's Hanlon. McGivern. The paucity of goal-scoring chances for Hibernian in this cup final. Kevin Thompson, Maybury by his side. Thompson again. Finland switching his personnel around in the second half. Doyle going over to the right, Harris on the left. Thompson trying to orchestrate the central midfield. Hooper. Commons was asking for it to be played to him. Brown. Hooper hadn't scored in the Scottish Cup this season until today. 2 goals of record coming from Hooper. He's Aguirre hitting the byline. Williams for Hibernian. Now Claros. It's an ambitious sort of ball. And Lustig had the reading of the situation. He did say when he first joined Celtic, give me time, let me settle in, put the injury problems to one side. He's been as good as his word. Is it going to be another cup final disappointment for Pat Fenlon? It looks that way. In search of a bolt of lightning. Something to change the course of events. It's been by and large a stress-free day for Celtic supporters. Tywer. Now Doyle. Going to Chesterfield next season to team up with Paul Cook, who was his manager at Sligo Rovers. Claros with Stokes as they lock horns, the Honduran and the Irishman. And Stokes holding him back, but Claros was dishing it out a bit as well. Letting go of the shirt of Anthony Stokes. It all became a bit farcical in the end. Thompson with the Hibernian free kick. It's headed on by Hanlon, away by Lustig. And we're inside the final 20 minutes. Commons pings it forward. Hooper. Well, he's gone down. Maybe Hooper feeling the pain. And Thompson, measured ball. Doyle, McGibbon. Owen Doyle. Kevin Thompson again. It's Claros. Griffiths over there on the right flank. Well, he has faded out. Lee Griffiths. That's a tribute to Celtic. What they've been able to do defensively in Hampden Park today. Substitution for Hibernian. Danny Handling has been warming up, and he will take the place of Owen Doyle. So another Edinburgh-born player on for Hibernian. 6 now in this game. Danny Handling, who grew up supporting Hibs, idolising Stephen Fletcher. It's a bright enough start to the game for Handling. And Joe Ledley fully committed. Now Scott Brown for Celtic. He's looking for Anthony Stokes. Danny Handling on already, and I think Ross Caldwell is going to make an appearance as well. Another of the youngsters to have come through at East Mains, the Hibs training ground. Time really is of the essence for Hibernian. Celtic in command of this Scottish Cup final. Giorgio Samaras is getting his instructions from Johan Mjalby. Scott Brown. He's getting the better of his friend Kevin Thompson. Forrest. Forrest is in the Scotland squad for the forthcoming game in Zagreb against Croatia. Indications are that Samaras could be coming on for Chris Commons. Paul Hanlon. Real attacking thrust from Hibs in this game, with the exception of the first few minutes. Taiwo, Thompson, McGibbon. Hanlon. Fine composure from Paul Hanlon. Alan Maybury. Here's Claros. Handling. Claros. Celtic have got so many bodies back. Anthony Stokes joining in the defending as well. Thompson, McGibbon. Came off Commons, McGibbon again. Flicked by Taiwo. Harris. Celtic have got their Resources Marshall. Thompson with the pass. Taiwo. Here's McGivern. Comes off Chris Commons. That'll be a corner. With 15 minutes left. Commons looking over towards the bench. He knows that his number is up. The replacement will be Giorgio Samaras, the Greek international, who was named Celtic Player of the Year recently, the awards dinner, by the Celtic fans. Kevin Thompson rarely lasts the full 90 minutes nowadays. On comes young Ross Caldwell. Can he make a difference at this set piece? Caldwell scored the winner against Hearts recently. Griffiths with the corner. Sailed over everyone, including Forster. Jordan Forster, the defender who had become an attacker at the set piece. Well, the Hibs fans wondered, would the jinx end today? 111 years. Still waiting. Pat Fenlon has made the switch. Keep it going, you heard it. You never know. Celtic have an indomitable look about them. Just to confirm the most recent substitution made by Pat Fenlon. Ross Caldwell for Kevin Thompson. Striker for midfield man. Well, there's confidence for you. Confidence of youth. Confidence of Harris. Caldwell. That goal that I mentioned in the Edinburgh derby. Second for the first team. Brown. Now Lustig. It's a fine attacking run. Maybury's header. Now Claros. Handling. Maybury. And Mulgrew. In a no-nonsense fashion, he's turning it out of play. Taiwo's pass. Caldwell. And the referee's going to play on for now. There might be a little bit of trouble for Taiwo later. We shall see. Advantage with Celtic. Forrest. Stokes. Celtic have done what's required up to this point. Stokes. Now Lustig. Hooper's waiting in the middle. Couldn't make contact with it. Ledley! Surely the clincher. Joe Ledley makes absolutely certain. The Hoops' dream of a double will likely be fulfilled. Mikael Lustig was trying to make the connection with Gary Hooper. That connection failed. But a sweet finish by Joe Ledley. His 10th goal of the season. Hibs all over the place. The Celtic players jubilant, and with good reason. 3-0, as it was when last these two sides met in a Scottish Cup final back in 2001. Another wretched Hampden day for Hibernian. That's the other part of the story. And the long wait will continue. Is going to come off the bench. The Nigerian. Scott Brown, the Celtic captain, gives the armband to Joe Ledley. What a performance by Brown against his old club. The Celtic supporters appreciate him. It's not lost on them what he brings to the table. F.A. Ambrose knows it too, I think. Ambrose on the pitch now, Brown a spectator. And he's got to be a strong candidate for man of the match. F.A. Ambrose was used in the Scott Brown position recently. Playing Dingwall against Ross County. 1-1 draw. Gary Hooper with 2 of the Celtic goals. Joe Ledley with the 3rd goal today for good measure. Ambrose was with Taiwo. Here's Ledley. Stokes. Stevenson, the longest-serving player on the Hibs staff, will come on at this juncture for Tom Taiwo. Ledley, the captain with Brown, watching from the sidelines. Stokes. Forrest. And a kind of swayed through the Hibs defence. Samaras. McGibbon with the clearance for Hibernian. Stokes. Forrest going to get back to Anthony Stokes. It's been a team effort by Celtic. Izagirre. Credit to handling. You just can't keep Emilio Izagirre out of the Celtic team, even when he was offered a holiday not so long ago. Hadn't trained all week, still wanted to play and did against Ross County. And substitution time. And Lee Griffiths says goodbye to this Scottish Cup final. He has been the player of the season in Scottish football, but not his day today. On comes the versatile Lewis Stevenson. The supporters certainly hope that Lee Griffiths will return next term. Plenty of issues to be resolved before that happens. Pressure was being applied by Caldwell. Mulgrew and company will want the clean sheet. Victory in this cup final all but assured. Glum faces in the Hibs section of Hampden. Mulgrew managed to get his head to it. Harris. Claros. It's Caldwell into reverse. Here's Stevenson. And from Kirkcaldy in Fife. Harris. Snapping onto him was Izagirre. Harris felt that one. Taiwo is going to touch it out. More wounds suffered by Hibs today, following on from last season. Have they done themselves justice? I'm not sure, you know. Bereft of ideas for long stretches of this cup final. Stevenson. Claros. Handling. Claros. Trying to open up the Celtic defence. Well, that's what they're playing for. The Scottish Cup. And the name of Celtic will be engraved. For the 36th time, I think it's safe to say now. Pat Fenlon has attended quite a few Scottish Cup finals, supporting Celtic. He admits that. Ambrose has got caught out. Claros with the pass. Ross Caldwell away by Wilson. Bounces for Stevenson. Claros. Maybury sails over the top. A case of what might have been for Hibs. A case of a double for Celtic. They've had many moments to enjoy this season, the Celtic fans, a few of them in Europe, in the Champions League. Paddy McCourt comes on. McCourt replacing James Forrest. And he's got the armband now. Well, it might well be Paddy McCourt's last game wearing the colours of Celtic. If that is the case, it's a nice touch. They call the Terry Pelé. Early starts for Celtic. Wilson. Mulgrew. There's Ambrose, former winner of the Nigerian Cup with Kaduna United. Hooper for Stokes. Samaras taking up his position in the centre. Came off McGibbon. Stokes tries again. McCourt. A little shuffle of feet. It's a languid style. Stokes. Williams watching it. It's reaching up, but it had too much height on it, the shot from Stokes. Swiveling to the outside, and a touch of finesse. It's going to be a night of celebrating again for Neil Lennon and the Celtic fans. So put the perfect exclamation mark on what has been a vibrant season. So there are those who'll say that they've lost too many games in the SPL, too many slip-ups, particularly in the second half of the season, but it was all about balancing out priorities. And quite simply, the Champions League and making an impact on the Champions League was the biggest priority of all. Celtic delivered on that front. They won the league, now they're going to win the cup. They will have a minimum of 2 added minutes. They're given maybe a little bit naughty. Here's Harris for Hibs. Not too many goal-bound threats from the Hibees. Harris is one for the future. Well, I've enjoyed being here again, the Hibs supporters. One of these days the luck will change in the Scottish Cup. It's going to be the first team since Dundee United, 1987 and 1988, to lose back-to-back Scottish Cup finals. Stevenson. Taiwo. Caldwell. The handling was showing for it. Taiwo. Just getting boxed in. Joe Ledley joining it. And Neil Lennon will be a proud man. Celtic were the big favourites. But we've still got to go out there and do it. Up against a motivated Hibernian. Wanted a double, and Celtic have clinched that double. Too strong for Pat Fenlon's Hibs today. And Celtic have every right to call this a magnificent season. Gary Hooper with a pair of cup final goals. And Joe Ledley on target as well to make it an absolute certainty. And well, Neil Lennon might smile. They've all contributed today and throughout the season. Gary Parker, one of Neil Lennon's lieutenants. Stevie Woods there, the goalkeeping coach. But it's difficult for the losing side to digest at any time. But with the history, and the inglorious history Hibs have in this competition, it is extra difficult. So many young players. Jordan Forster, likes of Caldwell and Handling, who came on. The future might well be bright for Hibernian. Doesn't help the present. The Celtic players will now be able to go off and enjoy their brief holiday before coming back to get the batteries charged for the Champions League qualifying campaign. There's a Forster, made that excellent stop to deny Owen Doyle in the first few minutes. Pepe Ambrose, a late substitute. Charlie Mulgrew, utterly cool in central defence. Joe Samaras amongst the substitutes as well. Didn't see too much of him. There's the message. I'm sure they will have been watching in Lurgan. Gary Hooper, scorer of 2 of the goals. Emilio Izaguirre. Celtic not wearing green today. The green in evidence now. You can see what it means to Celtic. It's all very well to make the point, but they ought to be winning these matches. Neil Lennon's side, they have the massive financial advantage over the others. But when you play 59 competitive matches, it's difficult to get it right all the time. The perfect balance has been struck. The real disappointment came in the League Cup for Celtic. They came a cropper against St Mirren at the semi-final stage here at Hampden. But so many positives. Great to see Danny McGrain there, Celtic legend, member of Neil Lennon's coaching staff. I'll tell you what, one of the finest fullbacks ever to grace the Scottish football stage. True gentleman as well. Celtic players gearing up for the official presentation. Adam Matthews wasn't fit for the final. Talking it over with Gary Hooper. I can tell you Adam Matthews is quite the singer, and he demonstrated that recently at the Celtic Awards dinner. Put on quite the show. Painstaking work. Celtic FC, name on the trophy. Anthony Stokes played his part for Neil Lennon, setting up the two Gary Hooper goals. Kelvin Wilson didn't do very much wrong at all. It's a tight-knit group, coaching staff, the players alike. Who knows what's in store for Celtic next season? First goal will be to get into the Champions League group stage again. And the Hibernian have kicked on, let's not forget that. Alex Harris, one of the bright hopes, has come into the first team. He has made a name for himself. He's only 18, lost his father Kenny this last year. He's a stand-up comedian, regular performer at the Edinburgh Festival. Celtic have now changed into the hoops. Griffiths cutting a peripheral figure. There's his young son. Hibs really needed him to perform on the day, and more than that too. It was a big ask. It didn't really happen. Insufficient fireworks from the Hibees on the big day. Hibs make their way up to receive their runners-up medals. That's not where you want to be in a cup final. It's the fate that befalls one of the two sides, in this case Hibernian. Applause from Charlie Mulgrew, that's good to see. Hibs had to do it the hard way, trailing Falkirk 3-0 in the semi-final, came back to win 4-3 after extra time. Scott Robertson didn't get to play any part in this cup final for Hibernian, former Blackpool and Dundee United man. Referees will receive their commemorative medals. Willie Collum, his first Scottish Cup final. Ronnie Conker and Martin Cryans, two assistants. It's the extra officials, Bobby Madden and John Beaton for the first time. Alan Mulvaney, the fourth official. But now it's Celtic's turn. Maybe we were entering the unknown in Scottish football this season. Without Rangers in the top flight. Had to start again in the third division. And it was always assumed that Celtic would run away with the league. They did. Convincing winners. You never know in the Scottish Cup. Celtic have kept their eye on this particular prize. Scott Brown, such a popular figure for Celtic supporters. Former Hibs man, and he will be sparing a thought for Hibernian. But this is the moment every captain dreams of. Celtic have won the Scottish Cup for the 36th time. And Scott Brown happy to let Fraser Forster and now Paddy McCourt and now Anthony Stokes revel in the moment. It's another day for Celtic Football Club. Joe Ledley put the icing on the Celtic cake. Gary Hooper had given them the platform with the two first-half goals. James Forrest has been injured so often this season. Sammy Mulgrew was excellent at the back. Tom Rogic there, the Australian. Didn't see any game time, but he's one to watch for the future. Giorgio Samaras, Celtic fans player of the year. Johan Jalby, former player, assistant to Neil Lennon. Now the pressure is off. Now he can really enjoy the moment. Campbell Ogilvie there, the Scottish Football Association, handing Neil Lennon his medal. Wonder if he was going to be allowed to work from the technical area. That was all cleared up a couple of days ago. Celtic victorious in the Scottish Cup final. Victor Wanyama suspended, much to his disappointment, the Kenyan. Celtic players looking at their supporters. It's time to display the trophy. Celtic season in the league and in the cup. Double winners for a 15th time. I think there might be a few hoarse voices a few hours from now. Quite a bit of celebrating. Glasgow's green and white on the t-shirts, and they managed to overcome Edinburgh's green and white by a sizable margin as well. And Celtic, good value for this cup triumph. Gary Hooper, one of the stars of the Hampden show. And now they will embark upon a lap of honour. Celtic recording a decisive Hampden victory. in this 2013 Scottish Cup final. The double is theirs, the glory is theirs. The final score here at Hampden reads Hibernian 0, Celtic 3.